Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I posted a video a few days ago, maybe 1 or 2 days ago, regarding the Saudi's crown prince Mohammed bin Salman yelling at Jake Sullivan, and because Sullivan brought up 2018 Khashoggi murder, and Salman yelled at Jake Sullivan, telling him that he will never want to hear about that again in his life. So obviously Salman intimidated poor little Jackie and Jakey, and he went back with his tail behind his legs and reported to, I don't know to whom, because I don't think he reported to Biden because Biden was asleep, or Kamala Harris was busy doing other stuff. All right, so I have here an article that talks about Americans saying that they're not going to ask the Saudis for oil anymore. Well, if that's the case, what's the option? You need that oil somehow, and you will need it. Is that going to be a little fast, swift, quick uh, Gaddafi Saddam scenario? I think that's in the cards. So this article comes from Fox News and by Andrew Miller, April 20th, 2022, and it says White House quits asking Saudis for more oil after verbal dust up with top official, report says. The United States has reportedly stopped asking Saudi Arabia to pump more oil to combat mass market disruption from Russia's war with Ukraine that you guys actually created by your sanctions, not the war itself, as the relationship between the US and the oil-rich kingdom is said to have hit a new low. Yeah, it says here, but President Biden's National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, look at his bio and see what he can do, brought up the 2018 killing of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi in a meeting with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, which angered the Crown Prince to the point where he told, allegedly yelled, at Sullivan never to mention it again and to forget about Saudi Arabia increasing its oil production, according to a Wall Street Journal report on Wednesday. It says here that a senior U.S. official told the Wall Street Journal that the White House has now stopped asking for more oil production from Saudi Arabia and now asks only that the country avoid sanctions that hurt U.S. interest in Ukraine. Ooh, um, that's not good. It says the Saudis reportedly cut short a visit with a high-level Biden administration military delegation last summer, while also canceling a visit with Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin last fall and Secretary of State Antony Blinken last month. So you're not welcome here. You remember that song, I Will Survive? So you're not welcome anymore. So that's how it is. So despite the perceived tension, a Saudi official of the country's Washington embassy told the Wall Street Journal the relationship between the two nations remains strong, cordial, and respectful. We'll see. And then we have here Karl Rove, a former George W. Bush advisor, told Fox News. Now, Karl Rove, you should be under that little rock where you came from, because when he was when you were the advisor of George W. Bush, you told all kinds of things that now we should qualify under certain rules that, and you're still respected. You're still here at Fox News. You should show up, and your opinions are valued and vomited to us through the TV. Karl Rove, another guy who said about Iraq and Saddam Hussein and weapons of mass destruction and how many people die, Karl Rove, because your advices. Are you going to be held accountable? Responsible? No, no, no. Only I, you, and people like us seems to get in the accused box. So nevertheless, and they want to what, trial Putin for war crimes? That's a joke. That's a joke. So it says here that this Karl Rove says said at Fox News that a recent skit that I watched mocking Biden on Saudi television is a signal of the rift between the two countries that has also been exacerbated by the Biden administration's negotiations with Iran on nuclear deal. Karl Rove, shut your mouth. All right, it's not because of the personal relationship. It's because of the actions that we have taken that they don't like. Rove said probably we're Rove again. We've cut back the military assistance. They think it's vital. We've engaged in negotiations with Iran, their arch enemy, to restart the so-called nuclear deal. And again, this expert Rove says, I mean, he's not always an idiot. Sometimes, between truth, he comes with his assessments, and sometimes he tells us something that, not because I agree with them, but I verified it's accurate what he says. Rove continued, I think the bigger issue are these three, and they feel like the new administration in the last year and a half has not been working with them, but is working against the interest of their country. Yeah, I read this somewhere else, and from the information I got, yeah, it's very plausible. Yes, but also I think what Biden said about Prince Mohammed bin Salman, that was inappropriate whatsoever. And then you want the guy to give you oil after you call him a murderer, right? And no, it doesn't work that way. It should be investigated and all that. So it says here that following a brief dip, gas prices in the United States are projected to surge once again. The brief dip was because the United States, through poor management of our resources and foreign policies that they implemented, started using the U.S. strategic energy reserves from our reserves to oil. That's why pumped how many barrels a day to keep it down for a little bit, and then to blame Putin again for the sanctions they imposed on him. Yeah, okay. So that's why it was a little dip, but you can't go like that. And we even United States government sends oil to Europe from the strategic reserves, strategic reserves of the United States. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And that's all Putin, all Putin. It says here that are projected to surge once again, the gas prices, with the national average potentially reaching $4.20 a gallon, according to an industry expert. So, and I have here a quote. I'm going to read it for you. I know, this is Biden. I know that families are still struggling. What's it saying on that teleprompter? With higher prices. And I don't give a damn. I grew up in a family, again, oh my God, 1,000 years ago, where if the price of gas went up, we felt it. Well, believe me, I feel it too. But I don't think you really care about it. Biden tweeted, ha! He tweeted. I wonder how, using his pinky or his toes or nose, what, Wednesday. And he says, let's be absolutely clear about why prices are high right now. Can you guess? It's not him. It's not his administration. It's not his poor management or his administration's poor management of resources and all that. It's obviously COVID and the bad dude from Russia, Vladimir. So yeah, always pointing out to other people when he's about to be responsible for your own actions is avoiding responsibility. Now you learn in school and in kindergarten that that should not be done. So they teach you that, and these guys who get to that point over there, they tell you this. It's true. It's true that COVID and uh, Russia-Ukraine situation played a role in triggering certain outcomes. But from these events to the outcome, there were some decisions made by our leaders. So those decisions made by these people according to the circumstances yield the outcome. And the outcome is we're in bad shape. So maybe these guys can tell me, well, if you would have done it differently, would have been worse. But I say, what if you would have done it differently? It could have been better. So you see, they now point to COVID and Putin. Yes, that's true. It was the circumstance, but your decisions eventually affected the outcome, and the outcome is bad. So I point at you because you made the decision. If you drive a car and you see in front of you a little rock, now if you turn left and go around it like this, you avoid it. But if you turn swiftly to the right and you go and hit a tree, you're not going to say it was because of the little rock on my lane of traffic. You could have slowed down, go over it, go around it a little bit. There are many other ways. You don't have to do wow, bang, the tree right there in between your eyes. You say, it was the rock. If you go like this, it was the highway. Well, if you go like this, it was you because you drove to buy milk because your wife sent you to buy groceries. So it's her fault. Then you say, no, it's not her fault because her parents made her. So if the parents wouldn't have been born, she wouldn't have been born. Then you say, hey, what about me? The same thing is true for me. So you can always divert and be stupid as much as you want. But the reality, the circumstance was over there. You were driving a car. The rock was in the middle of your lane. You could have just gone over it. Could have just turned around, swim a little bit, or stop or go there, get off your car, kick the little rock and continue. Or do this. Oh my God! Wow! Bang! And it was the rock's fault. Because of that, my family died, and right now I'm in a hospital. Logic or illogic? I know the answer. Thank you for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.